the dog van life adventures just keep coming. Cassie ate some raisins and she has been at urgent care all night. They're pushing on another night stay and I'm trying to decide whether that's worth the extra costs or if I should take her home and just keep a close eye on her in the van. What's your teeth? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, Jesus. Cassie's home. Cassie's home. Once again, picking up where we left off in yesterday's video. If you guys didn't see that, there'll be a link in the description. Go watch that. She can get all caught up. But we busted Cassie out of the animal hospital finally. After 48 hours of her being on the IV, she is totally ready to go, and so am I. Resuming that plan today, get to elevation ASAP. We need to be having some good views to go to sleep to tonight. Since I'm already near this Planet Fitness, figured swing by, take a shower since there isn't a Planet Fitness in the mountains, and it's right by this abandoned theme park, which is so cool. I want to break in there so bad, but there was a ride running this time, and it was to my knowledge that this place was totally shut down and abandoned, so that was kind of creepy. Maybe it's not totally shut down, I don't know. After getting all fresh and clean, we head back to our parking lot just to kind of get a game plan, tidy up the van before the road trip, and make a shopping list before going to Walmart to make sure and get everything that I need. Ski towns are insanely expensive to get groceries at, so I like to stock up. Not only did we see these insane trucks at the parking lot, but we also saw a couple of the police rolling through here. But we geared up, got a game plan for what we were going to do, and then made our way towards Walmart. Hey, come here. It's okay. So after letting Cassie go to the bathroom and tree this squirrel, I head into Walmart to get the handful of things that I need before taking off. Good job, you treated him. Although I only grabbed a couple of things at Walmart and I was in there for probably 20 minutes or so, this was the sight that I saw when I came walking out of the store. I walked out to see the animal control van parked right beside our van, and I started throwing groceries in the van faster than I've ever unloaded groceries before. There wasn't a ticket on my windshield yet, and I'm like, I'm getting out of here before they even talk to me. But thankfully the lady was super nice. She stopped and talked for a while, said how cute Cassie was, and said the van was cool and the typical stuffs. I should have learned with my last encounter with the animal controls, they really aren't cops, they're just animal lovers with a badge. Last time Cassie got the cops called on her at Walmart, the people were more timid of me than I was timid of them. Cassie, you had the puppy police called on you again. You were one day out of the vet. One day we were out of the vet, you just cost me $2,000, now you almost got me a puppy police ticket. You almost got me puppy police. You just had the cops called on you like 2 weeks ago too at a Walmart, you know. You be barking really loud. You be barking too loud. She's like, oh, I don't know no better. And before any other ridiculous stuff can happen, we get out of the city, we hop on I-70 West, and we start heading up the mountains and soaking in all the mountain views on the drive. It's about a 2-hour trek from the city to the campsite that we're aiming for, so we turn on the radio and enjoy the mountain views as we start driving westward into the mountains. It's always cool getting out of city limits and losing the city radio stations the deeper you get into the mountains, and then only having a couple of options of some weird, quirky mountain stations to listen to. And just like that, we got to our campsite on top of a mountain for the night at a respectable 11,300 plus feet. And while I was just decompressing from the drive and soaking in the view, Cassie was trying to figure out how to walk in this deep snow, and she wasn't having the best time with it. Cassie! What are you doing? Hey! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Go, Cassie! Go! Look at this! Come here! What do you think? Cassie was already wound up enough about just being on top of a mountain and having loads of snow to play in, but luckily she made a couple of mountain friends right off the bat. I wasn't sure what to think of this little guy. Sometimes little dogs are a little bit nippy, so I held her back at first, but he was a sweet dog and she was wanting to play with him so bad. Times like this, it just kills me that Cassie can't be off leash without chasing a bird 2 miles down the road like a dummy. If any of you guys are dog trainers, freaking hit me up. I need some help. And as if Cassie making some dog friends on the top of a snow-covered mountain wasn't enough to have her hyped up, then she saw a fox. I think this fox was a local to this pass. He was hanging around with no fear of humans at all, just kind of putzing around, and then the next morning he got really close to us. Cassie was barking at him. I got some really good footage of him. I almost pet him. So be sure to check out tomorrow's video for that. Come on! The fox followed us back to the van where Cassie had the most intense stare down of her life. To be honest, I'm so impressed and shocked that Cassie was able to just sit still right here and not go crazy barking, whining, or trying to jump on the dash or anything. It's a good dog. After the fox putzing around right outside of Cassie's doghouse, of course she had to get outside and sniff it over real quick. So with the excitement of the fox being right by the van passing, I made some breakfast for myself, which was actually kind of like a dinner by this point. Then I got to enjoy it while listening to the music that the locals had going that were skiing on the hill behind me, and I got to be able to watch the little fox friend putz around the parking lot while I was finishing the rest of my sandwich. Being that I haven't talked about this on this channel, I think, at all or ever, and I've hardly even showed it really, I kind of do my best not to. This is my sim racing rig sitting in the passenger seat. I'm a sponsored, quote-unquote, sim racer. I do a lot of sim drifting, actually, more than sim racing. Moza Racing and Next Level Racing had sent me this insane rig, and yeah, it's my silly little game that I play. Since I can't do any of the things that I used to do for fun, like ride bikes, since my shoulder just had surgery, this is kind of the thing to hold me over. I've been a car addict my entire life, and I've really been starting to go crazy not having a car because of living in a van, so this is kind of the way to keep me held over until I potentially sell the van, build a school bus, and build a drift car. I've said on TikTok a few times that if I hit 100,000 YouTube subscribers, I'll sell the van and I'll buy a school bus and chop the back of it off and put a flatbed on the back so I can put a drift car on the back of the bus and then build out the front half of the school bus to be really similar to my living space in the van. But I don't know, 100K is a long ways away and we'll see. So after taking Cassie on a good walk through the snow and then making myself a little bit of something to eat, figured it was a good time just to kind of chill in bed for a little bit, edit a couple TikToks on my phone, and watch the snowboarders out back and see if any of them are going to do anything crazy off of the ramp or on the rails that they got set up. And I laid there looking out the back window for quite a while, and it seemed like they were just kind of maintaining their jumps and their rails more than anything. They spent a bunch of time digging and stacking snow. Then I heard somebody yelling outside, "Are you ready?" So I turned on the camera real quick and aimed it out back, expecting somebody to come flying down the hill, and I was super stoked to catch this on camera and super stoked just to see it in general. Dude hucked a backflip like it was no big deal at all. You can tell that he's got a ton of board control by his half cab out too. Super cool to see. Makes me wish that I could go snowboarding so bad. But maybe next season if I can get my shoulder intact. So after getting a good amount of editing done while hanging out in bed with Cassie, I started up some supper, which seems that the smells may have attracted our neighborhood friend here, the fox. He came putzing around, first cleaning up the parking lot, and then he really smelt the bacon and made his way towards the van, where he kind of putzed around outside of the van for a while. He could hear Cassie whining. I think that was kind of drawing him in too. He kept looking in the windows right at her, and he kind of putzed around the van like he was waiting for her to come out and play or something. So we spent the evening with some YouTube going and just hanging out, looking out the window more than anything. This is like one of the first times I can say this in one of the van life vlogs. The rest of our evening was super peaceful. There was no more drama to come. It was just a good basic day, other than having a run-in with the police at the beginning of the day, which ended completely fine and great. It's great to have one day under the books that things went to plan. With the sun setting and the night coming to an end, to shut off the under cabinet lights and crawl into bed just to relax, watch our little fox friend play around, and watch the sunset. Another van lifer pulled in the lot to spend the night with us. It's always cool seeing another van or two pulling into the parking lot. I was really hoping that the clouds would clear up so I could get a really good sunset while we're up on top of the mountain and have some crazy mountain views with the sunset, which that didn't happen, but at least our little fox friend came back and hung out outside the window, and as entertaining and cute as it was equally frustrating listening to my dog just go berserk about the fox out the window, and I couldn't even punish her for it because you can't blame the dog. How would she not go just absolutely crazy? But this was a pretty unbelievable sight and is hopefully a core memory that I won't forget. Just watching the sun setting over those mountain peaks and this fox putzing around just super chill outside the van about a foot or two away from us laying in bed. Really cool way to end the day, and it turned out being a really great travel day. With the day coming to an end, the video does as well. If you guys made it this far in the video, not only click like if you enjoyed it, but please drop a comment that says Fox so I know that you guys watched all the way until the end. I think today's video is the first video that I've made that not only was filmed in one day, but also was edited in one day. I got up about 7 a.m. this morning. It's 1 p.m. now, and I've been consistently editing it all day. It's kind of a tester to see if I could do one video per day, uploaded every day or not. Let me know if you guys watch enough YouTube to where you'd be able to enjoy a video a day, or if I'd just be pushing myself for no reason at all. As of right now, I'm aiming for one video every 2 to 3 days dead minimum, and I think I'm going to be able to withhold that as long as nothing crazy happens. But be sure to hit the subscribe button if this was the first time seeing the channel. I am Dan with Cassie in the van. We're going to be making a lot more content as we're traveling around the U.S. The next video, we go further into the mountains, finding an actual campsite that isn't a pavement parking lot. So be sure to subscribe and look forward to that next video coming out, hopefully in a day or two. Thank you guys for all the love that you guys have been showing the videos. I truly cannot believe the amount of views, likes, comments, and just interaction that all three of my videos I've posted already have. It just blows my mind. So thank you for that, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.